talk about my plastic surgery, my BBL journey. So today I kind of want to start off with, what's going on and just start off with my journey. So I don't know how to start, but I guess I'll just start from here. I've been wanting a BBL for years. Like, when I say years, I mean years, like since I was like 20 years old. But I listened to a lot of people, like my ex I was dating was like, no, you don't need a BBL, just work out. Or people be like, no, you don't need to do it, just work out, go to the gym. I got a personal trainer. That didn't work out for me. I paid for a personal trainer. It didn't work out for me. I started working out. I didn't see a difference. I just felt like my legs were getting smaller, but my upper body was still the same. Like, I was slimming down a little bit, but I didn't see the curves or, it wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't for me. I tried everything. So 2019, I decided I have a friend. She works out, she goes to the gym, she's into it. And I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the gym. I told her about my decision of getting a BBL. She talked me out of it again. I said, okay, cool, I'm gonna go to the gym. Went to the gym with her for like two months every day. I seen results, but I felt like my body was forming. I didn't like the way my body was forming. I didn't like the shape. I felt like I was going to be like a stick with big titties. Like, my boobs are huge. So like, I felt like I was going to be like a stick with titties. That wasn't for me. So I decided I'm just going to do my surgery. Like, I just want her surgery. So I was like, I'm not going to listen to nobody. I'm just going to have my surgery, do what I want to do. Forget about it. I'm having it. I've been doing research, and I was thinking about going to Dr. Yili at first. Dr. Yili is in the DR. I actually paid a deposit with her, I think like 2 years ago, but I didn't do it. I liked her results. Her results they were really nice, but I didn't want to go across the country for my surgery. I wanted to stay in the US. So I did some research. I've been looking at Jolie's plastic surgery for like a few months. And I decided to go with Jolie's plastic surgery. So I noticed that Dr. Fisher was a good doctor and I liked his work. Then I seen his prices just jumping up. And I noticed that every time a doctor get good at a facility, their prices go up. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just do some more research, look into the doctors, look into their dads, like look into everything. So I decided to go with Dr. Long story short, because I can go on and on, I got so much details, but long story short, I decided to go with Dr. Dr. Guanera. That's what we're gonna go with. And then I called Jolie's plastic surgery like around May. And I told them I wanted to do the surgery. I sent my pictures over. I paid for my deposit. After I paid my deposit, I didn't really hear back from nobody. Like, my coordinator didn't hit me up. Like, nobody hit me. Like, it was just bad communication. Like, I called them, I contacted them. They were like, oh, your coordinator stepped out. Oh, she's gonna call you back. Like, it was all over the place. Like, I didn't like it. So June, around June, I was talking to one of my cousins and she was like, yeah, aesthetics is really nice. And I decided to check them out. So I went online and I went to their website and I was like, nah, I'm gonna just stick with Jolie. Then I went to their Instagram page and I was like, okay, we doing something. Like, okay, like, these dolls look good. They are snatched. When I say snatched, I mean snatched, honey, okay? Like, they are together. So I decided, I was like, well, I'm gonna just go to Mia Aesthetics. I contacted Mia Aesthetics and I basically asked them, how much it was for the surgery. And I spoke to, I don't know who it was I spoke to, but they were like, someone was gonna reach out to me. About the next day, it was actually it was the next day. Veronica hit me up. And Veronica was really nice. She answered my questions. She told me how much it would be for my surgery, how much the deposit was. And I decided to just pay for it because I like the communication. Like, I just paid for my surgery. So, yeah. So, I paid for my surgery. And Veronica basically told me that my coordinator was going to hit me up. So I told her, okay, you know, that's cool. Like, I was kind of frustrated because I was very anxious. Like, I wanted to, you know, I was ready. Like, I wanted everything done. Like, I was so ready. So I picked my date with Veronica. My date was originally July 14th. And I picked July 14th due to it was like a month and 14 days. Yeah, it was in a month and 14 days from the day I paid for it. And my birthday is July 24th. So I wanted to be snatched by my birthday. Like, this was going to be my birthday gift to myself. So I wanted to be snatched. Basically, my coordinator hit me up. Her name, I don't think I should say her name. I'm gonna call her M. M was very nice. Like, when I say M answered any question, like, if I had a question, M would answer it. Like, M was real cool, like, straight to the point. She told me, she was like, if you have any questions, if you just feel comfortable, just feel free to talk to me. Like, you know, if you want to email me, like, whichever way you want to, like, however you want to do it, just, you know, I'm here. So I liked M. M was there every step of the way. She answered every question. She told me what to take. She emailed me on certain products that would help my iron and just everything. So I think it was 3 weeks before surgery. I had to do my labs, because remember, like, you have a certain amount of time to do your labs before surgery anyway. And I booked it a month and 14 days in advance, so I didn't have that much time. So I ended up going to get my labs done. And 2 weeks before my surgery, you guys, when I 2 weeks before my surgery, the lab doctor, I just call him the lab doctor, contacted me and basically told me that my hemoglobin level was too low. It needed to be at a 12 at least, and he had to cancel my date. Yo, when he told me that, like, my whole world just, everything just, I was so pissed. Like, I was so pissed. Like, I was so mad. So I was like, what you mean? Like, I can't get that up in 2 weeks? I can't get that up in 2 weeks? What you mean? He basically told me that it was canceled, and to reschedule, I had to pay $500 to reschedule it, even though they canceled the date. Excuse me? What? You serious? Yes, he was serious. So he canceled my date, and M didn't know. So I was frustrated. I contacted my cousin. I was like, I'm about to take, I want my money back. Like, I don't want to do it no more. I'm so aggravated. Like, you know, like, I was very frustrated. Then I had to think about everything that was going on. Like, the virus, and in Florida, it was getting worse. So I had to take in consideration that my niece and my nephew was going to come. My sister was thinking about having a little trip so they can be there with me. My mother was coming. My mother has lupus. And my niece and nephew, like, they couldn't be around that. So, you know, that kind of helped me cool down. I was like, maybe it wasn't meant for today. Like, maybe something, if I would have fought it, maybe something would happen to me. So I was like, okay, my surgery is paid for. I don't have to worry about it. That's done. I got other things on my plate right now. It's cool. Like, it's cool. It's cool. I'm okay. It's cool. So I was okay. So a week later, 2 weeks later, someone contacted me and was like, oh, you know, no, I think like 3 days after that, I contacted M, my coordinator, and she didn't know it was canceled. So she came back and she was like, you know, your hemoglobin level was low, and she told me what to do. And I'm like, well, how long does it take for your hemoglobin level to come up? And they're like, oh, it could take months. I'm like, months? Like, months? Like, months? Are you serious? I was like, okay, cool. Like, I'm gonna give myself 2 months. I'm gonna give myself 2 months. So someone contacted me like a week after and basically was like, we see that you have your surgery date, your surgery paid for. Are you ready to pick another date? And I told her, I said, well, isn't it $500 to pick another date? She was like, yeah. She said, well, are you ready to make that $500 payment today? And I was like, well, when I was ready to make that $500 payment, I was going to call. Hell, I didn't understand that. Out of everything, that part I did not understand. I'm like, ma'am, when I'm ready to make the $500 payment, I will call. So, she was like, okay, you know. So I decided to call back when I got ready to make my $500 payment. And I asked, I basically asked my coordinator, I'm like, you know, do my doctor, I'm gonna put his name at the bottom. I basically called to see if, you know, he had anything available. And they basically told me, no, he was booked for the rest of the year. Dr.Gray. Dr.Gray. That's his name. They were like, no, Dr.Gray is booked for the rest of the year. And I'm like, what? Like, huh? Are you serious? Like, y'all canceled my date, and then he's booked for the rest of the year. Like, he's booked up until February of next year. I'm like, are you serious? Like, you serious, sis? Like, you sure? So, yeah, they were serious. I was frustrated, and I decided to call back and ask them. I basically asked them, like, if I change my doctor, you know, do I have to still pay the $500, or how much is it to change doctors? So they told me it was $1,000 to switch doctors. And then I asked, well, if I paid $1,000, do I still have to pay the $500 to pick another date? And they told me no. So it's just a flat $1,000. So I was like, okay, cool. So I called back, and I'm like, there was this new doctor they had, some fine doctor, y'all. He is he is fine, okay? Some fine doctor they had. I seen his work. He was pretty nice. Bolger, I think it was Bolger. He was a new doctor, some fine doctor, y'all. So I hit them up. I'm like, okay, I seen his work. You know, he's pretty nice. He's good. I asked them, did he have anything available? And they basically told me, no, he's booked until next year. I'm like, what? Like, so all the doctors are booked? And then they were like, basically, yeah, like all the doctors. Like, I said, so what doctor have anything available? What doctor have something available for the rest of the year? They were like, all the doctors are booked until next year. So that kind of pissed me off. So I was like, okay, cool. So something told me to call Julie. Call Julie back. So I called Jolie Plastic Surgery and asked them, I'm like, well, what date did I have with you guys? What date did I have with you guys to do my surgery? And they were like, September 11th. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, well, can I push that date back? Because I called them, and this recently happened. So I called them in August. I called them August this month. Like 3 weeks, like the beginning of August. August 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, something like that. And they told me that I had September. So I'm like, okay, that's close. Like, I could either rush and get everything done, or I can just like push that back a little bit. So I asked them, can they push it back a little bit? And they told me yes. They gave me October 23rd. No, October 28th. So October 28th is my surgery date. And when I tell you, sis, I'm ready. I am so ready. I'm ready to be snatched. Okay. So October 28th is my surgery date. I'm excited. I'm ready. I can't wait. I've been packing. I've been buying new stuff. I've been all over though, but I'm getting it together. One thing I did like about Mia was the communication. But now I'm trying to get my refund from Mia. I'm trying to get the refund from Mia. The financial department, well, the lady who run the financial department, she been in and out of the office. Like, apparently she have a list of people that's trying to get a refund, or, you know, a list of people that she have to contact. So once I found out my date with Julie, I contacted them back and I asked them about a refund. And then I guess they sent her an email letting her know. So she emailed me like 3 days afterwards and was like, you know, this is such and such, you want a refund? And I basically responded. She emailed me, y'all, this what got me though. Mia Aesthetics closed at 6 o'clock. She emailed me at 5:56, and was like, I heard you want a refund. Basically. Not I heard, but you know, in a professional way. But still. And I responded, yes, I would like my refund. Y'all haven't heard from this lady yet, and it's been a week. I haven't heard. That Monday, today is Sunday, tomorrow will be a full week. I haven't heard from her. I emailed her 3 more times, like, hello, is anybody there? Excuse me, hello. Like, if she doesn't give me my refund, I'm gonna have to go through my bank. Like, I'm trying not to go through my bank, but it sounds like that's the best way to go. Like, my bank gonna get my deposit and the amount that I paid. So I'm thinking about just going through my bank and sending them the emails, everything. So, another thing with Julie, like, my doctor is getting better and better. But it's just so many, like, I still haven't heard from Cindy. That's her name, I think, my coordinator from there. I haven't heard anything from her. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, when I called you guys to check my date, like, when I called to see what date I had with Julie plastic surgery, they were like, oh, let me get you to the post-op department. Like, they had to, like, nobody contact me is what I'm saying. Like, no type of way. They were like, oh, let me get you to the post-op department because I seen that you need your blood work done. You need like, it was crickets. Like, nobody contacted me. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't like about Julie. And other than that, I guess I'm going to see how it goes from here. Like, you know, with the communication. I'm going to see. We're going to see. So, but thank you guys for listening. If you have any questions, any concerns, just email me. You can comment below, like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my Instagram page for my surgery. I'm most definitely going to tag it in below. And again, we are on this journey together. I am excited. So I guess I can start over with YouTube now. When I go get my labs, I can record it. Every move I make, I can record it now. So let's get it.